Okay, so yesterday was the beginning of the 2025 Palm Springs International Film Festival. I was invited to go out, and I did. Um, on the first day, they showed two movies that I had seen many times already. So here, let me grab my
Sure.
photos here. Here we go. So yeah, there's me at the Annenberg Theater in Palm Springs, where I saw A Real Pain. Jesse Eisenberg was there to talk about it, give a Q&A. So two things. One is having seen A Real Pain now for the third time, I am starting to warm up to this movie. Um, I think there's something about seeing it in a theater versus on your television, and seeing it with an older crowd like I was at the Palm Springs Film Festival. The second thing is Jesse Eisenberg is as crazy and neurotic as you think he is, probably more so. This I recorded the Q&A, and I'm downloading it now. I'll get it on YouTube for members soon. But so Jesse decided that he's tired of doing moderated Q&As, and that he took this moment. I guess this is one of his final screenings, festival screenings for the film. He decided that he's just going to moderate himself, and he just stood up and did Q&As. The guy, he's crazy, but he talks a lot about the grounding influences in his life, such as his wife and his friends. And he talked about how I guess A Real Pain was for him. If you ever watch his plays or anything, it's very in your head, very crazy, very manic, and A Real Pain is probably the most accessible movie of his work that he has, and he was pleasantly surprised that that A Real Pain resonated with general audiences as it did. And so I think he was very appreciative of that fact, but crazy nonetheless. So we'll have that Q&A up on the member channel. He also talked one interesting thing you'll see in that interview, that Q&A, is Kieran Culkin, because essentially he was saying Kieran Culkin, before the film started, tried to get out of the movie, was begging desperately to get out of the movie, and it was Emma Stone, who is a producer on this film, that convinced him to keep going, to do it. And then when he showed up on set, he had never read the script, and
oh my God.
But the thing about Kieran Culkin is, you give him the script, he looks it over for 2 minutes, and he has it memorized.
Wow.
And that is the performance you got. And he was, he called him a motherfucker right off the bat. But when the rehearsal scene was the one amongst the statues, and Kieran hadn't read the script, didn't know anything about it. He read it in the rehearsal. He did it once, and basically the performance you see in the movie is the performance in that first rehearsal. And so I'm learning a lot about Kieran Culkin at this moment. And then everyone's begging him to watch Succession, which Jesse hasn't done. All right, so that's the Annenberg. Then they have a it's in the museum. Here's the museum. There you go.
Hey, there you are.
There's my face. Yeah, and then me enjoying the photos.
What?
What, you want to see that again?
What is that?
I have no idea, but I don't know. I somehow resonated with it for some reason. Let's see. David Hockney has an exhibit. And then, okay, so here's the thing. The opening screening was for Better Man, the story of Robbie Williams, one of my top 10 movies of the year. Here's the funny thing. So I got invited to come to cover the festival. Got a ticket for the opening night. You can see these yellow tags here. These are reserved seats. When I got into the theater, 98% of the seats in the theater had these yellow tags on it. And so I was way up in the front row and grabbed one of the seats that didn't have a yellow tag, which it's just kind of a weird thing. But if you want to get in that main room, you got to have the invite. And I guess I got lucky this year.
Cool.
Let's see. So, yeah, there's the mayor. Yeah, there's the mayor of Palm Springs. This is the the leader of the Agua Caliente tribe that whose lands we were on.
Wait, did they do a land acknowledgement?
Not only that, there's a whole presentation about the tribe here. This guy is funny because all he did was talk about great restaurants you can go to in Palm Springs.
And what land are those restaurants on?
Yeah, it's all on the same land. The Agua Caliente Casino is there. Okay, and here's Michael Gracie, the director of Better Man, and he talked a lot about Robbie Williams in the sense of how Robbie Williams saved his career, because if it wasn't for Robbie Williams, The Greatest Showman would have never been made, and he had never met Robbie Williams up until that point. And that whole story will be on the member channel. Look, the after party was not an after party; it was a full-on dinner. It was a turkey dinner. I love it. It was 10 o'clock at night, and I'm getting 2 plates of turkey. And there you go, the after party. So there you go.
What is with your face? You make these faces.
Well, what am I supposed to do? I mean, do the same pose all the time.
What was the best restaurant?
You know what? I got there. I got my press credentials. Barely had time to see A Real Pain. Thinking I could get dinner in between. No, I had to rush over to the Palm Springs High School to get to the Better Man screening because clearly there wasn't enough seats for people. Right. And then right afterwards go to the after party. And thank God there was a dinner. And this was at the Air Museum in Palm Springs. I'll say this about the Palm Springs International Film Festival. It is one of my favorites. It is strategically placed during Golden Globes weekend. So that's how they're able to get all these stars to come out. And
they're already on the West Coast.
Yep, they're already there. And I'm pretty sure they offer them the
car service
accommodations at some of the great hotels in Palm Springs. But also, in addition to the big Hollywood studio films, a lot of great international films. If you go to the film festival, be prepared to do a lot of reading because most of the films will be subtitled. Right. But very unique. I saw Mafia Inc., which was a indie film about the Canadian mafia in Montreal, and love that film. I believe that was actually nominated for award this as well.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's happening this weekend. It's 2 damn weeks. So it's it started Thursday and it ends next Sunday. So that's about 10 days.